Welcome students to the online mathematics revision class for grade 7. We shall revise chapter 3 data handling, which includes 1. Collection and organization of data, 2. Measures of central tendency, that includes mean, mode and median, third range, fourth bar graph, double bar graph, construction and interpretation of a double bar graph, and lastly, chance and probability. Now, in this revision video, we shall try to cover and revise first three topics, that is collection and organization of data, measures of central tendency and range. Let us understand meaning of data handling. Okay, what is data? All kind of information in the unorganized or raw form is data. For example, let's take marks of any test, say English, 5, 10, 18, 24, 13, 18, 10, 12, 18, 2 and 24. Here you will see that the marks are being entered in the unorganized form. Okay, what is handling? Handling represents the value of the data meaningfully to obtain information from the data. So here the same marks are being arranged in a very systematic manner, that is in ascending order. In other words, data is the collection of numbers gathered to get some information. Let's take few more examples. Say Rajesh has 104-degree temperature is a data, whereas merely saying that Rajesh has high fever is not a data. Okay, second example. Say Piyush is very intelligent is not a data, whereas he scored 100% marks in the examination is a data. Okay, so in any field of investigation, the first step is to collect information in the form of numerical figures, which is known as data. A data can be about population, births, deaths, marks of class, temperature of a city during a week, a cricket or any other match score, etc. Collecting data. Collection of data gives us some specific information related to data. We can divide data into two categories. Say types of data. First, primary data. Second, secondary data. What is primary data? When as investigator collects data himself or herself with a definite plan or design in his or her mind, it is called primary data. Secondary data, when an investigator does not collect data himself or herself, but it is obtained from some other sources like newspaper, magazine, television, etc. It is called secondary data. Organization of data. When we collect data, we need to record and organize it so that we can interpret it in a better way. For example, if marks of 10 students of a class are given as follows, say 23, 45, 48, 17, 25, 46, 15, 24, 32, 38. But by this way of writing the marks, it is difficult to conclude about the performance of students. So, if the data is arranged in ascending or descending order as follows, say Ashish scored 48 marks out of 50, Govind 46 marks out of 50, Neeraj 45 marks out of 50, Arman 38 marks out of 50, Manisha 32 marks out of 50, Deepti 25 marks out of 50, Kavita 24 marks out of 50, Farzan 23 marks out of 50, Ajay 17 marks out of 50, Deepak 15 marks out of 50. With this type of arrangement, one can interpret about who has got maximum, how many have got above 30, or how many need to improve, and so on. Representative values or measures of central tendency. A sample of data, even if properly collected, organized, and represented, does not convey much meaning in itself. A single numerical value which can represent the entire data in the best possible way is called measures of central tendency or representative values. We should study three measures of central tendencies. One, mean, which is also known as average or arithmetic mean. Second, mode, and third, median. Mean of ungrouped data. The mean for a given data is given by the following expression. Mean is equal to sum of all observations divided by number of observations. Let us understand with an example. Find the mean temperature of a city for 1 week. 22.2 degrees Celsius, 23.4 degrees Celsius, 21.6 degrees Celsius, 23.5 degrees Celsius, 23.6 degrees Celsius, and 22.5 degrees Celsius. Add the temperature of whole week, so you get 160.3 degrees Celsius. Now, the number of given observation is equal to 7 because 1 week is equal to 7 days. Now, mean is equal to sum of all observations divided by number of observations. So, sum of all observations we calculated, it is 160.3 divided by number of observation, which is 7. So 160.3 divided by 7 will give you 22.9 degrees Celsius. So the mean temperature of the city for that week is 22.9 degrees Celsius. Mode. The observation which occurs most frequently in a data is called its mode, or the value of the observation whose frequency is maximum in a data is called the mode of the data. Mode is not affected by extreme values. For example, the data of shoe size of 9 students of class 7 is 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6, and 7. Now let us solve this. First, arrange the data in ascending order. After arranging the data in ascending order, let's see what order you are getting. 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7. Here, the number 6 occurred 5 times. That is the maximum number of any observation. Therefore, 6 is the mode for the data. Median refers to the value which lies in the middle of the data and divides the data into two equal halves. Median is also one of the central tendencies. Remember, when n, the number of observation is odd, the median is the n plus 1 divided by 2 observation. And when n, the number of observation is even, the median is the average of n upon 2 and n upon 2 plus 1 observation. Let us understand with an example. Consider a group of 17 students with the following height in centimeter. So the data has been given to you. There are 17 students and the height of all the 17 students are been mentioned, but it's in an unorganized way. So how do you come to the solution? The very first thing, arrange the data in ascending order. After getting the data in ascending order, you will see that exactly the value lies in the middle of the data is 115. That is, the middle value in this data is 115. Therefore, the median is 115. The other way to do the same example, say arrange the data again in ascending order. After arranging the data in ascending order, n is equal to 17. That is, there are 17 observations, which is 17 is an odd number. Hence, the median is a middle observation. Now, median is equal to n plus 1 divided by 2 observation. That is, n is your 17 plus 1 divided by 2. That gives you 18 upon 2. When you simplify 18 upon 2, you get 9. So the ninth observation will be your median. Now here, when you check the data, you will find that the ninth observation from your left move towards right, it will be 115. Okay, hence the median height is 115 centimeter. Example 2. If the data is even, consider a group of 14 students with the following heights in centimeter. Okay. So the height of 14 students are been given to you. How do you proceed with the solution? The very first thing is arrange the data in ascending order. After arranging the data in ascending order, you will see that the middle value in this data are 130 and 150. So to find the median, we take the mean of the middle values, that is 130 plus 115 divided by 2, that gives you 228 divided by 2, that is equal to 140. Therefore, the median is 114. Coming to the last topic of this video, that is range. What is range? The difference between the highest and the lowest observation gives us an idea of the spread of the data. The difference between the highest and the lowest observation of a group of observation is defined as its range. Therefore, range is equal to value of highest or largest observation minus value of the smallest observation. Let us understand with an example. Say, find the range of the following data: 18, 26, 92, 12, 86, 74 and 52. Okay, let's come to the solution. The very first thing, arrange the data in ascending order. After arranging the data in ascending order, it's very easy to track the highest and the lowest value. So over here, the highest value of the data is 92 and the lowest value of the data is 12. Thus, range is equal to highest value minus lowest value. That gives you 92 minus 12, which is equal to 80. So the range for the following data will be 80. Thank you.